Hey friends, Bob Barber here. I'm going to share some dreams with you guys. These are symbolic dreams. I'm going to read some for you. We'll talk a little bit about them. First one's from Carol. It says, "Hi Bob, thank you so much for the wonderful work you're doing. Had some very short dreams about a month ago or so. I now feel like I should write to you. These dreams were unlike any I've ever had before. As best as I can recall, I was just sound asleep and dreaming plain old stupid stuff like everyone else does. Then in an instant right during the dream, it was like someone put a piece of paper right in front of my eyes that totally blocked out whatever it was that I was dreaming. The paper was all blotted with beige color, just like a piece of very old paper. But what's strange was it was covered with all different kinds of modern fonts. It seemed like there were two columns, but either I was not supposed to read all of it, not sure. However, my eyes were only directed to the middle of the right-hand column and only one line. Reading from left to right, there was an empty box, like a check-off box. Another empty box, and then the word worldwide. Not the quotes. And then another empty box. As soon as I had taken that in, the paper went away and I saw a scene where I think I was overlooking a big area, like maybe a meadow or pasture. And all of a sudden these shapes started flying past my eyes at such a fast speed that I remember saying in my dream, "Dear Jesus, they are going too fast and I can't tell what they are." All I could really say about them is that they were shapes, not like the geometrics as in circles and squares, but just beige shapes zooming everywhere. I then may have actually seen a computer keyboard, but was so fast that I could not say for sure. Just after that I said my thoughts to Jesus. I realized I could see a small figure way off in the distance. He was walking from right to left, a white robe on, possibly with a rope belt and long hair to his shoulders. I knew in my dream it was Jesus, and also that all those shapes were not touching or hitting him. Then the dream stopped and everything went blank for a second. I seemed to be told to look up, so my eyes moved up under my lids. For just a second I saw a small rectangle, like a picture. It was of dark clouds moving right to left, with rays of light coming out. Imagine my surprise when I saw what I think that might be some of your newer videos. They start with a picture of a glowing cross, pretty music, and then the exact same picture of dark clouds that I saw. Wow! I have prayed for understanding of these dreams, but not have received the answer yet. Perhaps I was supposed to give it to you. Thank you so much for doing the work and all you do for Jesus. Carol. So, what are these shapes? You see Jesus walking in the distance. You don't recognize any of these shapes. It's on a beige piece of paper. You see a computer keyboard, and you see a dark clouds moving from right to left. Now, right to left, of course, that would be the English language. Now, you guys know that all languages that are west from Israel are written from left to right. All languages that are east from Israel are written from right to left. And so, here I believe what you're looking at, you saw a bunch of shapes, and this is just my interpretation. Please, people, give us your interpretation. What do you think this whole thing means? But I believe what you're seeing there are shapes that come from the Odiot, which is Elohim's original pictographic language. That's why they're not normal shapes, geometric shapes that you are normally used to seeing. And that's probably why you couldn't identify any of them. And you see Jesus walking from right to left. And this could represent how the Odiot now is being taught. And I'm looking and reading and starting to study a little bit of the Odiot too. This audio is the Father's original written language. It cannot be tainted by words and translation of words from Satan, like the English language has been done. And I know I love the KJV, and I love all of them English Bibles, but I tell you what, English is like how many times it has been translated. The Bible has been translated from its original form, especially from the Father's original form, language, the audio, until it reached the English language. Well, there's a lot of stuff that's being lost in translation. And the Bible says that He will return us to a clean speech. He will return us to a clean speech. And that audio is the purest, cleanest speech. And you're probably seeing shapes of the audio. And the fact that Jesus was walking from left to right means that the language that we speak, that we're used to speaking, English language and all the languages from the west going towards the east of Israel, the audio now is being revealed to us. Those shapes, the pictographic language of Elohim is being revealed to us now. And we're beginning to learn that pictographic language of all the different shapes. So I believe this might be the revelation of the audio now, coming now. So this could be what we're looking at here. This could be what your dream means now. So if I was you, Carol, I would take interest in learning the audiot, Elohim's original pictographic language. So now, the next symbolic dream, and by the way guys, comment on that. What do you guys think that dream means? So the next symbolic dream we're going to look at here is from Elizabeth. Elizabeth says, I was in my bedroom and there were some students living there at this time. I had been talking to a young man who was a very smart astronomy student staying in a room across the hall. He told me he had concluded after much study that June 19th was the date. She then showed me a fairly thin, small strip of what I believed to be silver, unto it carved, one below another, and there was writing in some kind of Hebrew pictograms. I understood some, but not all. The first was a tsunami, I think. The next I knew to mean rocks, and then she pointed out different ones I didn't understand. They were all different modes of destruction. There was nuclear bombs, fire, and other things, famine, etc. The third from the last was like kind of a promise. And the very last was a cross, which made me very happy. I noticed her speaking purposefully about all this. She then said that the date was unmistakable, June 19th. I thought about the science student who had said the same thing, and again, what a strange date, as it didn't pertain to anything biblical or anything personal. I thought Elohim's timing always means something though. I think I saw the year 2021, but knew she was talking about the year we were in, maybe a current. At this time was 2014. She says, I don't usually dream dates. Trying to find the meaning of June 19th, which came up clearly twice in these dreams. It means nothing prophetically or personally, but June 19th. Once again, the pictogram, the pictographic language of the Father showing its face once again. And June 19th, guys, what do you think about June 19th? Well, as a science student, and science is predicting some pretty nasty stuff in our near future, especially next September. Feast of Trumpets, Yom Teruah, Day of Shouting, Day of Blowing, all right? Also, climate chaos. September this year is going to be a big month. But June 19th, numbers, people, what do you guys think about June 19th in this symbolic dream? Okay, and she says here there are nuclear bombs, fire, famine, all different types of stuff, and then eventually a cross shows up, which means finished. So, but June 19th, please comment on that, guys. I don't know, nothing's coming to me about June 19th. I do know that the Father is trying to speak to Elizabeth here, and I have no answer for your June 19th other than what he showed you here with some nasty events taking place. Now, can some of these nasty events represent isolated events that will take place? Now, worldwide destruction of nuclear weapons, and maybe a nuclear bomb will go off in a smaller, isolated place. Famines will happen in isolated places that will be fulfilled by this dream that you eventually know about. Will it just be Australia? Because I know you're from Australia, Elizabeth. So can this be stuff that's going to be happening to Australia at this time, where you live? I don't know. What do you guys think about this dream? Okay, so guys, please comment. Let me know what you think about the symbolic dream. Any experiences with June 19th? Please let me know. Please comment. That's why we do this. Because if I don't get it all, this is out there for everybody to look at now. So that way, Elizabeth can look at this thing and see your comments and communicate. And we can find an answer. And maybe she has an answer for somebody else that's also dreamt or has significant ties to June 19th. Guys, don't forget, if you need a Bible, email me. I need a Bible at rpb642gmail.com. I'll get you a Bible right away. If you guys feel like to give, please. I accept PayPal and mailing address. That's all in the information below. You want to check it out. So thank you, givers. Thank you, givers. There's always people needing Bibles. Just want to be able to help them out. So thank you so much, givers, if you do decide to give. So hang in there. We are almost finished. Shalom.